Most common mirrors are this size. If you run into a picture this big, obviously not going to fit. You make it fit. So you take 4 of these picture boxes, slice down the sides. As you can see, I bubble wrapped up the mirror with the glass. Now you take 2 picture cartons, I call them pictures or mirrors, and you make them to the size of the picture. You want to do it by eye at the beginning, because what you want to do is pad the bottom of this, just like everything else. Even though you already bubble wrapped the picture, you still want the bottom taken care of. Picture will go in. Now you see you have space on both sides, okay? Bring it to one side, up on end, you make it fit. Same with the top. Obviously you want to go a little bit bigger than the boxes here, and you can always adjust afterwards, so as long as you don't got it sitting like this, you realize it's not going to fit. So nice and loose. This is going to be the top, which you want padded also. Now it's on top, you just make your adjustment, squeeze it together. Obviously I'm not going to leave it like that. You get the tape, you want it all the way this way and this way, just to hold it together. If you were going to California, you might want to go a little more crazy with the tape. If you're going 3 towns over, just enough to secure it. If you're doing this yourself, you can just basically, enough so it stays together, especially if you're going to be unpacking it the same day. When you're done, you shake. If it doesn't move, you did a good job. If it moves, do it over. That's it for 4-way mirror. Now I'm going to do a 2-way mirror. This is what one I previously did, which is a 2-way mirror. The last one I did combined 4 boxes this way and this way for a larger picture, obviously, which is the one right next to you that I just unpacked. This one here consists of just 2 pieces, because obviously the picture that's in here fits the 2-piece size. I didn't need 4. So what I would do is, what I did here was basically did the bubble wrap on the bottom, bubble wrap for the top, bubble wrap the whole picture like the previous one, slid it in, and here's a tip. If the picture was to be this small in the box, and you have all this space here, you can slide some down on it, and if the picture is sticking up, you pinch the sides of it here, so the picture stays in the middle, and you put a piece of tape. The picture doesn't move nowhere. It stays right in the middle. There's no shaking, no moving, no dropping. So once the top would go on it, it looks exactly like that. Once you have it not shifting, and I taped it this way and that way, and as you can see, no movement inside of the box, just like the last picture. That's a 2-way. Now I can show you a single if you have a lot of little pictures laying around. For instance, I got 3 smaller ones here. You won't have to use the 2 for the large ones. But the same thing applies. Padding on the bottom, of course. And in this, if you come up on the corners a little bit, prevent it from shaking, because as I showed you in the other pictures, when I'm done, I want to be able to shake this box with no movement whatsoever. Every picture to get individually wrapped. This would be a single one for travel, no shaking whatsoever. Travel's nice and safe. There's padding Bubble wrap on the top, up the corners, on the bottom, up the corners, and each picture individually wrapped and stuff until no movement happens inside of the picture, which means no damage. Another thing, when pictures go into a truck, they're supposed to be sent in the truck standing up. You're not supposed to take this picture, put it on top of the tail like this, and have it bouncing up and down with the glass front or backs. This way it stands up, no problem. Things don't bounce, whack into it, it doesn't bounce in the truck, and it rides safer.